Alright, recently, and by recently, I mean the last 5 years, it has been an absolute struggle for Disney. And just when things seem to be getting brighter for the company, in the huge year of 2024 for them, the stock falls 10% after earnings. But on this channel, we love buying amazing businesses at discounted prices, and it appears Disney is definitely at a discounted price. I think the question, though, is whether the price is right for the kind of quality product they've been putting out. We're going to talk about that today. So today, I'm going to be quickly recapping Disney's earnings, some of the huge things that I don't think a lot of people are talking about right now with the earnings itself, and my plan with Disney going into the forward future. But of course, since it's a Disney video, we have to use this intro.
Put a tick in it, make her gay! Fuck Indiana Jones, put a tick in it and make her name it gay!
Hello? I like money.
So if you guys have not been following Disney stock, 2024 has been an absolute giant year for them. Really a make or break year, and this year has played huge into my investment thesis of them long term. And so far, Disney has proved its point to be staying in the portfolio for now. The huge thing this year for them was recovering that free cash flow to the pre-pandemic levels, which it appears it is, and we're going to get to that today. But onto the actual earnings report, it really wasn't that bad. I don't believe that it warranted a 10% sell-off of the company. Revenue, they barely missed. I don't even know if I'd call that a miss. It's pretty much in line with people are estimating. And earnings per share, they beat by 9.8%, so I'm really not worried about that whatsoever. Streaming is really becoming profitable this year for them too, and that's a huge part of my investment thesis with them. The big reason that they really kind of sold off 10% was because of some of the soft guidance they had towards the future, and more specifically Q3, but that's all I could really find in terms of why the company really traded down. ESPN Plus was also not profitable as well. I don't know if that's a surprise to anybody, but I mean overall I think it was a really good quarter for Disney regardless. For the first time ever, Disney Plus and Hulu were both in total profitable. This is a huge step and something that they needed to accomplish in 2024 for them. That's definitely a very positive thing to see that streaming is turning profitable. That's also the huge reason they kind of suspended that dividend as well. Disney also announced in February they would be putting $6 billion towards buybacks and dividends, which only adds to my bull case. You guys know I love management that buys back shares at lower prices, and Disney has definitely done that. Here's the big thing for me that not a lot of people are talking about that I think should be talked about more. They raised their annual free cash flow guide from below $8 billion to $8 to $8.5 billion estimate. That's absolutely huge, and I'll put this into perspective. We can see if Disney hits that $8.5 billion mark, that is near where it was pre-pandemic. That's absolutely giant stuff. That means Disney can not only buy back shares at these lower prices like they said, they can continue growing that dividend like I know everybody wants them to, they can keep reinvesting back into their business. It'd just be a very healthy thing for the company. I think that's absolutely huge. 2024 was a giant year for Disney in terms of getting that free cash flow back up, and they've done an amazing job at that if they hit that 8 to 8.5 billion estimate. They also raised their annual earnings per share guide from $4.60 to $4.70, which met estimates. There was a restructure in their Indian streaming business that hit them by $2 billion as well, so that's another thing that the market could be reacting to. But still, long term, Disney's actually looking pretty nice right now. Now, what am I going to do? I don't think it's any secret that Disney has been underperforming recently, and obviously it's easy to hate and shit on a stock whenever it's been underperforming. But this is the giant thing that not a lot of people are keeping in mind. Here are some of the key risks that I've had with my Disney position and key concerns. Number one, free cash flow, obviously. If they didn't recover that free cash flow in the next year or two, I was out. Here's probably the biggest one, though, is the quality of product, and this is still kind of to be seen as well. Now, I've heard from some people on the Discord, link in description, that some of their new Star Wars series have been good, but there's nothing really been blockbuster or that you've had to hear about like they had recently with like Endgame and those other blockbuster films they had in the 2010s. They haven't had that in the last 5-6 years, and that concerns me because I invested in Disney for that potential, and they just haven't produced that since. One could say they've gone woke as well, but overall the quality of the product that Disney has been offering recently, I feel has declined, and I say that not biasly as a shareholder too. I want their product to be good. I feel like their product has, sacrificed some quality to appeal to more specific groups, whether you want to call it being going woke or whatever.
Movie. Put a tick in it, make her gay!
Like that South Park meme is super funny, but at the same time, it's also kind of true with what they've been doing the last 5 years. And I'm not like some crazy far-right extremist and going to say that they're indoctrinating our children, but I definitely do believe they have been sacrificing some quality to appeal to more specific groups. That's just not a good business move. I think they've learned from that and they're moving on, but you never know. I would like to see them kind of have a blockbuster film that would really boost my confidence because I haven't seen that last 5, 6 years since like Endgame, right? Some things that I really do like that they're doing right now is stuff with the Pat McAfee show. I'm just so bullish on that, and I think they're not really interfering with how the content is produced whatsoever, and that really gives me some more confidence. Also, you guys know, and I mentioned, I love management that buys back shares at low prices, and they're also reinstating that dividend, rewarding shareholders, which is something they have not been doing the last 10 years, it seems like. Something that I do not like is the Nelson Peltz thing. I would have loved him on the board. I think he offers diversity, a different perspective on something, and maybe somebody who's not as biased as the current Disney board. I would have loved him on the board. He offers some really great plans and incentives that would have been really shareholder friendly and get Disney back where they were. This seems like a guy who really cares about the job. And it's unfortunate that he didn't get the board spot. There was some skepticism as whether it was rigged or not, but it's unfortunate at the end of the day. Alright, so those are my current thoughts on Disney. I'm actually thinking of doing a potential long form video of a new series where I would basically find broken down businesses, kind of like Disney, and what I would do as management to get them back to their glory days. If that sounds like something you guys would be interested in, let me know in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Smash like button, subscribe, and do dividend stocks, drugs. Have a good one.